Right folks, welcome back. Doing a bit more on the series. I haven't done anything on it for a few days because I ended up doing some stuff on Dora. But anyway, that's another story. So, back on this bulkhead. You'll remember we've got all the bottom end pretty much done. What I'm going to do today is, I don't get this on the camera, I'm going to do this panel here to start with. So we'll take this off, take a piece out of here, and make a new panel to go in there, which we can then spot weld in place to there. And then also got to make one for here. See where that's rotted away. And the same on the other side over there. You can see where the clamps are sticking through, where there should be a panel. I've done pretty much what I need to do to these bits. Put a new little piece in there. Like I say, I'm not going to go mad. I've tidied this one up. Also done a bit on this end here. I've left the original patch in that someone had put in because it was solid enough. I've just taken a little bit of rot that was there, sort of sorted that out. Again, another little piece on here that was a bit rotten. Some bits down the bottom, made these bits at the bottom to give us the same panel back. So we're mostly done with it, to be honest. So yeah, I'll stick you on time lapse. We'll have a little bit of, I'm going to have to make up a panel for that. So I've got some of this stuff down here, which I think I've showed you before. Ideal really for this kind of stuff. Similar gauge, and it's galvanised already, that. But then, to be honest, most pieces that I use, I take everything off and take it down to the bare steel anyway. But we'll be painting it on. So, stick with me, I'll crack on, do a bit on this one. See if we can't move this on. Oh, look, that old girl now wants to be coming in and going on the ramp here this week. So I can start taking the axles and that off. You'll see there's the chassis with a nice new set of front springs. I've got an old set of rear springs up there, which are in good condition. So yeah, I need to get the axles and stuff off, get that rolling. Then we'll get the engine and box out of that one, give it a clean up. That's all I'm going to do with it really, is give it a clean up, maybe a lick of paint, and then drop it into that. So yeah, and that's next job really, is to get that Series 3 rolling, and get this bulkhead on it. Let's hope it fits. See you in a bit. Right, so just to keep you updated on what I'm doing, this piece here, you can see I've cut the rot out now. You'll see on the time lapse. What I've basically done is made this panel to start with, so it's mimicking pretty close to the angle that was there before. Right, so I've just cleaned that up. It's a bit oversized, so I can trim it back, and the angle's about right. So as you see where it sits on there. It's about right. It wants tightening up a tad here, but it's still yet to be cut back to go past this panel. So I'm kind of happy with it. So once I got that done, I then cut out the two bits of rot. So it'll be easier if I show you now. So that bit came out of there, and that bit came out of there. Right, something like that. In fact, what I need to do there is put a reference on those. Right. Let me just mark that one. I need to mark those so that I know where the panels came together. So that cut. That cut on that edge. It's about there. Okay. So I've kind of straightened them up as best I can. As you can see, them give them a bit of a beat up with a hammer and dolly and get them somewhere close. What I'll do now is basically overlay that onto this piece. So that goes that way, that goes that way, that there. So you can see there, that gives me a rough template then. I can get kind of near enough shape, you see what I mean? And then we can start fettling that to get it to fit exactly. So what I'll do is I'll crack on with that. I'll put it back on time lapse. Just like to keep you up to date with what I'm doing. Gets a bit boring on the time lapse. You think, what's he doing there? So I'll go back on time lapse and we'll crack on and get this bit finished. Right, so that's that panel all done now. Let's see. I'm not looking for perfection. Obviously, you can see where that's welded in there, but on the whole, it looks all right. I think, you know, it's clearly been repaired. By the time we're gonna, well, I don't know, I might even put a little skim of filler over this before I paint it. It's clearly been repaired. I mean, you can see the repair in the back there. Now, I'm not really that bothered about this bit of repair that can be seen because it's an old bulkhead. And like I've said before, I'm not striving for perfection on this. All I'm trying to do is make sure that it's a solid car. So the fact that, you know, it's not perfect on there, it doesn't matter. It's solid, and that's what it wants to be. So anyway, I was going to stop for dinner earlier, and I didn't. So I'm going to go and get something to eat now, and then maybe a bit later on, we'll crack on with them little panels down there, maybe, because that's all there is to do on it now. If I can keep the enthusiasm going, we might get this finished today. Who knows? Who knows? Stick with us. Right then, so this bottom corner down here, I think you see a line where I'm going to take that bit out. So here's the panel that I've made for it. I didn't show you making the panel because, well, battery went low. There's the panel. That's sit in. Something like that. Trust me, it sits in. Something like that. So we cut that out. And then the tabs obviously around there, we need to drill some holes there to plug weld those. So I'm going to make that one. I'm going to put that one in, and then we'll take this piece out here and make a piece there, because that, if we look around this side, that's a separate piece anyway. Where am I looking? There. So it's a separate panel one. So what I'm going to do is fix that one in the back there to get this hole all sorted. And then we'll make a piece, probably from about here. I don't want to get into that hole there. That, I think, is bleeding the slave cylinder on the clutch. And a 2A, I thought on the Series 3 it was that side. Maybe it's a 2A bulkhead, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm hoping to sort of cut it there and put a new piece in there. So a nice simple little panel to make them with a little lip on it there. Right, so I didn't do that patch last night. Couldn't be arsed. So it's next morning now. So I'm going to crack on with this morning. Hopefully try and get this bulkhead finished today. I've got a full day. Shouldn't really be anything else to do. Got provisions. So, yeah, I think I'm going to crack on today, try and get this finished. Because I've only got just this bit here to do. And then the same on that side there. But this side's not quite so bad as that one. So I'm going to get that done. Try and get it all sort of kind of rubbed back a bit. I'm not going to go mad on it, you know. Treat the rust, sort of surface rust that's left on it, and try and get it in some primer today. So we'll have updates as the day goes on. But hopefully, fingers crossed for me, peeps, we get this finished today. I want to try and get that series inside tonight as well when Ryan gets back from work. We'll try and get the L series there inside and on the ramp. Get her on the ramp here ready so I can start stripping. I need to get the axles off and things like that so we can get this one rolling. So, stick with us, eh? Should be a fun journey in a bit. Right, so we're back on the series build. As you can see, this one's up now on the ramp. I've got the bulkhead. It's ready for paint. So just got to paint that. That's all in primer. All the welding's done. I've got to make a plate for here. But so see, I've got the old series on the ramp. Started taking it apart. Much to my dismay, things are not going well. I'll be honest with you. The front axle, I was hoping that the chrome swivels on this axle were going to be okay because the ones I had spare were absolutely shot. However, let me just turn you around. You'll see when we get under here. I hope you can see they're knackered. And you can see what we're up against here. Everything is badly rotted. I'll just show you. So that sort of put pay. Hang on, where am I? That put pay really to me doing the front axle straight away. So I've got a plan for that though. So I decided to tackle the rear axle. Don't know whether you can really see this, whether it's really picking up, but oh, it's in a bad way. It was in a bad way. But I've got it off and I've got it stripped and I spent all day yesterday prepping this axle casing. So we've got that now. That's all been needle gunned, wire brushed. It's had a good coat of this stuff, Genelite rust converter. That's why it's all purple. So that's ready for the paint now. I've got some bits there that I need to blast. I'm going to swap that diff because that was leaking really quite badly. And I've got one up there that doesn't leak. Hubs are good. Bearings are really good in there. You'll have to take my word for that. But they are. The bearings are really quite good. They're all Timkins that's in there. So yeah, plan today is try and get this one. I'm going to paint this now. Get axle casing painted. Then I'm going to blast a few bits and pieces. Try and find some spare back plates because this one, not so bad. Rusted, but not majorly bad. But then we get to the other side. Daylight, people, daylight. So, the shoes and that look okay, to be honest. Cylinder, I don't know. All looks a bit rusty. But I think I've got some spare ones kicking about in the outhouse there. So, I'm going to crack on, get this painted. We'll paint this up, and while that's drying, I'll see if I can find some back plates outside there. And then we can get them cleaned up, painted. I'll blast these drums and the shock plates and stuff. I've got a set of springs, I think, upstairs for rear springs. I've got a set of front springs there. I bought new ones. But anyway, I'm rambling now, aren't I? I'm rambling. So I'll stick it on time warp, I think, and we'll have a look. We'll get this painted. and then we'll see if we can find some bits and pieces to crack on. Right, catch you in a bit. What a difference a quick coat of paint makes. So that's looking pretty good now. We'll leave that to dry. So this is a quick dry and air dry, QAD I think it's called, quick air drying paint. 20 minutes or so, and it'll be dry. So in the meantime, I'm going to go and see if I can find myself some back plates to replace those knackered ones. Catch you in a bit. So I found a couple of back plates which look to be in pretty good condition, to be honest. There's one, there's the other. Now clearly they want a strip and a clean, but both them cylinders look, that one looks much bigger than that one actually. I don't know why that is. I mean, that's got an S15 and that's got an S2. What's these ones got on? They look like they got the smaller ones, don't they? Well, I might have another one out here. It's got a smaller one on it. Let me have a look. Oh, it's got a bigger one on it again. See? Let's have a look, see if I've got another one, because I think the bigger ones with that bigger cylinder, I think could be the fronts. So I think that's the front, and these are the rear. So I'll go and see if I can find another rear one, I think. Back in a bit. Right, so I found another rear one. So we've got two rear ones now, see with the smaller cylinder. So what I'll do is I'll strip these down. These look like they've been leaking. So I'll probably order some new seal kits for these, but these can be rebuilt quite easily. Clean them up, rebuild them, new seals. Them shoes are goosed. Obviously where that one's been leaking. These don't look too bad. I've probably got a set of shoes I can save from over there. So we'll get these stripped down, cleaned, painted, and ready to go back onto this casing. Right. Told you. But man, don't hit the tree, Connor. Oh dear, and bow tie.
Yeah.